Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Chris with Source Compile Studios, and we've got a little demo here for you today. Today we've got the Engl Savate 120 Mark II. This is the new flagship amplifier from Engl Amplification, and this thing is a beast. Just some kind of noted differences here between the old Savate 120, which I own, and the new one. There are a few key kind of differences, what I would say. The new one has, I would say, more of an enhanced mid-range to it, which kind of brings it a little bit more modern than the old Savate 120, but I would not let that deter you one bit. This thing can get every bit as brutal and violent as the old one. It does have a little bit different frequency range with the contour switch. And it does have some extended mid-range boosting options for the clean channel, and a little bit more EQ options for that clean channel in the mid-range there as well. One key noted difference here is the contour switch itself. They actually reversed this on the new model, where the old one would do the mid-range cut when you actually had the contour engaged, where this one does the opposite and actually does the mid-range boost with the contour engaged. One other key differences I noticed is the actual volume tapering of the pots on the Mark II, where it requires a little bit more master volume to kind of get the range of tone and volume out of the amp compared to the original Mark II, Savate 120. This one I have set right now about 10 o'clock. The old Savage, I would say, gets a lot more brutal and violent at lower volumes, where this Mark II gets a lot more brutal and violent kind of as you go. So I would say you have a lot more clean headroom to work with in the lower volume ranges. Now this could be a good or bad thing. I think if you're gigging or using it in the studio, it's a good thing. Playing at bedroom volumes, I think, you may lose a little bit of that brutality that you're used to in the old one when you're running kind of at lower volumes in the bedroom. Me, I don't have to worry about that. I just turn it up as loud as I want here. Today we're running just a little demo of channel 4 a bit. I've got the EQ set for bass, mid, and treble around 6 on the amp. That's typically where I run it on the 120 also. So I can get some good variations of tone there, and it's just kind of where I prefer it. I'm dialing back the lead gain just a bit. Another key difference on this is there's only a single gain control for the lead channel, where the other 120 has stack gain controls between the lead channels, so you actually have 2 attenuation options for that. They've kind of narrowed that down into a single option. Another great thing about the Savate 120 Mark II is they've integrated their full MIDI into the setup now, where you can control it with like their Z12 or Z9 foot controller, where the previous one had kind of an outdated MIDI system to it, I would say. Today we're running this through the Engl 4x12 Pro cab. This has Celestion V30s in it. I'm running an SM57 mic on the left, a Royer R121 on the right here. We've got a Lone Wolf Audio Endless Blockade in the loop doing the noise gate duties, and we're also going to test out the Lone Wolf Audio Left Hand Wrath, because I think between all the amps I have, that pedal works best with the Engl Savage, and it sounds absolutely violent. Today I've got my Jackson Warrior Custom Shop, and if this doesn't speak violence, I don't know what does. But let's get started here. Let's just kind of get some chugs going on. Okay, and that's without the endless or the left hand wrath. Let's go ahead and engage that. All right, so there we go. That's just a little bit of a sound demo of the lead channel of the Savage 120. I hope you enjoyed this. I should be doing a full demo with the Savage 120 first edition versus this one. I know a lot of people want to hear kind of sound differences between them. While there's some key differences, there's also a lot of similarities. You can get a lot of great tones from the first edition, from the second edition, depending on how you dial in the EQs, depending on which boosts you use. This still has kind of the rough and smooth setting also that the old one has, so a lot of people like that, again, that extended low to mid-range option, which just makes it sound heavy and chunky as fuck. Me personally, like I said, I like the Contour doing kind of that mid-range cut. Gives kind of more of that old school death thrash sound that I like. So hope you enjoyed the demo, and thanks for watching.